that phrase, but I always give you credit, and why the heck not?
I guess any day is an eve. So technically, I mean, like Wednesday is Thursday Eve. So
Yeah, it doesn't sound as good as
it doesn't sound as good though, right?
Not at all.
And Thursday morning is a. I'm sorry, go ahead, Kara.
Well, I was just going to say, David, because I know you were off a little bit last week because you moved. My family moved as well. I cannot break this tired funk of this week. I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Maybe it's something about this week, but
5 minutes of sunshine collectively, perhaps the entire week. That doesn't help. So it's been a little bit.
Well, yeah, no, I totally agree, Kara. Yesterday, I was still a little busy with some things, but I mean, it got halfway through the morning show, and I just felt like my whole brain was turning into Jello. I mean, it's well, I'm only 2 hours into the day, and here we're at.
Well, I think we've talked about it. Both you guys within the last, within the course of the last, 30 days or so have moved or are moving, continuing to, unpack in your new home. So that can tire anybody out.
Yeah, and I moved first just to beat Kara.
On the record saying that,
yeah. He really did. All of a sudden, he's like, yeah, we're moving. And I'm going to do it the day before you. I don't know how your move went with the little one, David, but I highly do not recommend moving with 3 small children. We have a lot of family in town, so it was really helpful. They definitely stepped up, but oh my gosh, I'm still exhausted. I still don't know where half of our things are. But anyway.
Yeah, Lainey was that she was okay. The thing she's going through right now is that phase where she takes things from one spot and puts them somewhere else. But if you tell her no, you got to put them back, she'll then go through the process of taking the items where they're at and then putting them back to where they're supposed to be.
Well, that's good.
Polite. Yeah.
The boss provided some entertainment for a couple of days, but anyway, I'm in this tired funk of, I don't know, maybe it's the move, maybe it's just the mid-January blues or something.
Yeah. The days are short this time of year, Kara. Sorry.
They're getting longer now, thankfully.
Yes, it's true. They are, thankfully.
It's 24 hours.
We're maxing out on 24 hours and 3 minutes.
All right, so we posed on this one. I think it showed up. What was your favorite moment from Inauguration Day? And if anybody's got some thoughts on that, we'd love to hear them. Kara, we were talking a little bit more so this morning about the poet laureate, the inauguration poet laureate, and her performance on that inaugural stage yesterday.
Yeah, and I'm not a big poetry person. But I just thought she was so eloquent and just her poise was really incredible. She looks a lot younger than she is. She's 22. She's a graduate of Harvard, so she's really not a kid.
Right. She just looks young. I mean,
she looks really young, but she really did a fantastic job, and there was so much positive reaction to her speech yesterday. So I thought she was great. I loved the poet during the inauguration. I loved the Bernie Sanders memes.
Oh, that's right.
Inauguration. I thought those were great. And they're still going this morning. And some
of them have
nothing to do with politics or the election, which is the best part. So I thought
Diane agrees with you.
Twitter. I was just on Twitter before and I was dying at all the Bernie memes I was seeing.
They're so good. And it's stuff like that. I think we need, that levity. After.
Right. It doesn't matter what your political beliefs are. We can just laugh at things.
Hopefully.
Yes.
Musically, I thought, I'm not a Lady Gaga fan by any stretch of the imagination. And, when the show is big, as hers typically are, costumes, lights, backup dancers, and all that sort of stuff, you can kind of maybe lose focus on the skill, the talent that she has in those vocal cords. And when it was just basically her and the inaugural band, wow, she has such a powerful voice, and that was
she really does. And I think the same can be said for J-Lo. Who also really let her voice shine yesterday.
Right.
I think all of us kind of collectively were cringing when Garth Brooks, he just couldn't contain himself, started hugging every former president and first lady. And it's we're in a pandemic, social distance. But hey.
But he was, his performance though was good too. Again, not like a guy that's, in my rotation of musical entertainers that I listen to, but wow, knocked it out of the park yesterday.
Normally Garth Brooks is he's like the top star, but yet he's starstruck by everybody else there.
Right.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of cool as well. And I think he's performed at like a number of the inaugurations in the past, which I didn't know. So there's a little bit of tradition apparently with Garth Brooks at the inauguration.
Jen says she loved Katy Perry with the fireworks last night. Unfortunately, for us early risers, credit to Joe Biden and everybody in his team. That was a long day for those guys and wrapping it up last night. But yeah, I was not up for that. But wow, what a fireworks display. And Katy Perry, that song choice, that was a no-brainer, right? She's got that very
exactly.
Song,
lots of, Justin Timberlake performed in a recorded performance yesterday. But yeah, lots of Katy Perry, Demi Lovato, did I see the Foo Fighters, or am I making that up? The Foo Fighters, okay. Yeah,
so,
you could throw out a band, and they were probably there.
Yeah, but there were several times throughout the day that, Joe Biden, he's 78 years old, the oldest person ever to be sworn in as president. Yeah. There were several times throughout the day where I was thinking, he's got to be getting really tired. What a
guy.
Well, he was looking over Bernie and going, that's what I should have worn. He was doing that because it would have been toasty warm.
Bill Clinton was falling asleep during the speech.
I saw him closing his eyes a couple of times. Yeah. I was thinking it's too cold out there to fall asleep. How does that even happen? One thing they did see yesterday, though, David, that I don't know how much of it we've seen lately. They actually saw the sun break through during the inauguration yesterday, which I don't know if it warmed them up down there at any point, but yeah,
it didn't warm up Bernie at all.
And I know that you've shown a couple this morning, but at least the sunset in our area last night was incredible. And I saw so many people on social media posting their pictures. It was unbelievable.
It really was. And we haven't seen much sunshine as of late, but it just so happened there was enough breaks in the clouds towards sunset that, we had this. It was like a fire in the sky. I was sitting with my back turned to the window, and Megan looked outside and she's like, oh my gosh, look at the sunset there. In the meantime, she had to go do something else. I have Lainey, and I'm like, okay, we're gonna somehow take a picture here. And I take her towards the patio. We go outside for a quick second. I take a picture, and then come back in, post it to social media while Lainey's watching her cartoon. So I'm like, all right, that's the ultimate dad accomplishment yesterday.
Good win. Yeah, I was heading to my mom's house, and as you were driving along, it changed from orange to yellow to pink, and then you saw some blue. It was incredible.
Everyone's like, it's the sunsets during the fall and the summer that are great. Now, I actually almost like winter sunsets more, especially when you have snow, because it really makes it extra scenic.
Yeah, I feel like we just don't see as much of the sun this time of year, so it's a little.
And that's the thing. We also get blinded when the sun comes out. We're like, oh my gosh, what is that? My retinas. Or you're like, oh yeah, that's the sun.
Totally.
We could actually see some of that today. Yeah.
Oh, that's good. And it's going to be warm.
Yes, today. It will be 38. Yeah. And the thing is, that'll be the air temperature, but the wind will be blowing, so we'll have those colder wind chills.
And then it's getting really cold for the weekend, right?
Only upper 20s to around 30 degrees. We're looking at some snow yet again for tonight, so we'll add on top of what we've already seen. Although some of what we've seen as of late could melt down just a little bit, but we'll still have plenty of snow out there, and we may have some slick spots, especially for the snow belt to start off tomorrow. It shouldn't be a big snow, but still a couple inches possible tonight and then into tomorrow.
David, I know a lot of Bills fans are hoping that we can take some typical Buffalo January weather out to KC for Sunday's game. At least from what you were telling us earlier on Erie News Now Sunrise from 5 to 7 this morning, it doesn't look like that's going to quite be the case.
No, there'll be clouds. There'll be maybe a little bit of rain as we go through the game. Temperatures will actually be in the lower 40s in Kansas City. Now, if they were in Green Bay, if they were in Green Bay, Wisconsin, that's where the snow is coming down for the Bucks and the Packers. And everyone might be thinking, oh, Tampa, okay, they're not going to be able to play in the snow. Remember, Tom Brady, he's notorious for playing in the snow. So, and it's Tom Brady, of course. I hate to admit the reason why I dislike him so much is because he's good.
He's so good, yeah.
And he always, he doesn't always beat my team, but he's always winning Super Bowls all the time. Give someone else a chance.
Well, the Chiefs are the defending, the reigning Super Bowl champs, we should say. But yeah, you can catch the big matchup between the Chiefs and the Bills this coming Sunday, 6:40 on WSCE. We're going to be airing that one.
Yeah, we're looking forward to it. And our Trail to Tampa coverage continues not only tonight on Erie News Now broadcast, but tomorrow morning as well from 5 to 7 on Erie News Now Sunrise. That's when we hope to see you guys. We thank everybody for jumping online this morning and helping comment. And we do appreciate it.
Yeah, we'll
Bye,
see you
guys.
guys tomorrow.
All right, see you guys.